This page in my journal represents a chunk of life from the last full moon until the new moon today. And it used to be squares, it used to be black and white, but now I do it quite differently. And let me talk you through a few different components of how this page came to be. So, the first thing I do is I see how many days I will have in this moon cycle and I just draw shapes. There used to be squares, now they're all different. And then there's some kind of focusing aspect of the month. So I read a little bit about what does it mean for the full moon to be in Aries. It's time to commit. That sounded perfect. I committed to Tabata and swims, and yeah, it was going very well. I don't do Tabata every day. It's every few days, and swims. I did it every single day. I skipped once, which was amazing. And then as the days flow, I just kind of decide which is the next shape. I add things in between, I draw colors. I also draw cards. So I have a tarot card, I have a presence card, and I have an Akinado card. It's three different decks that I'm using every moon, every new moon and every full moon, for some guidance and getting some info. So this is something that then I'm connecting with every day when I look at my squares. Well, they're not squares anymore. At my page, and then things just kind of appear. I might decide that actually my well-being is my priority, or creating, not consuming, is something that I need. And then sometimes, I would read, and actually I read it on one day, and I read the word addiction, and I realized that I'm actually getting addicted to just like reading messages and going between Telegram and Signal and WhatsApp and all that shit. And then I realized, of course, it all starts with a choice, so I can choose to do something different. And that brought me to the insight to create, not to consume. Um, Here, I was actually struggling with executing some simple tasks. Like, they're not necessarily gigantic, super deep things, but I was just struggling to get them done. So I wrote them as tick boxes here, just so I see them every day. And it was just, I was kind of embarrassed seeing them not being ticked. So I would just tick them and I would do the things. And it actually works super well. I don't usually keep tasks on that page, it serves a different purpose, but I liked it, it worked. Basically, there are no rules, there's just pro tips. Cards. This is one of my favorite ways of creating things, and it's my superpower, so I just reminded myself of that. Here I was realizing that walks and swims are very important, and yeah, here I bought a piece of land, my first land. Very important day. And here was actually an important insight that it would be fun to create a time lapse as I create these pages. So this is something I want to experiment with next month. So this is how my moonly page looks like, and today is a new moon, so I'm gonna create a new one. Let's see what happens.